Hi students, good morning. Students of 9th standard, you know that in every video I am telling that you have to maintain social distance and also have to protect yourself from COVID-19. So students, I again telling you that with the means of this video I am going to teach you Sanskrit subject. Students, you know in last session we learned chapter number 3 Param Nidhanam Kah. Okay, and in that part we learned about King Bhoja. What we learned in last session, let have to revise little bit. Okay, so let pay attention here. In last session we learned how Bhoja was. Students, how the King Bhoj was. King Bhoj was lovable of people, lovable of art and lovable of knowledge. So students, you know many scholars and clever one came to his court to show their skills, and if any scholar pass away, means we succeed to give entertainment to the king. At that time king gave a very precious gift to him or her. So once, students, what happened, you know, King Bhoj, one who was sitting in his balcony of palace, at that time what happened, students, he saw young one. He saw a young one who roaming here and there in his kingdom. So students, immediately King Bhoj realized and surprised that who is roaming here and there as young one. So he called to that young one to his palace and get intro of that young one. After that the conversation started between them. Okay, that conversation we learnt in last session. Okay students, see what we learnt. Conversation, young one who believe himself as Ghat Pandit, means what? When young one say I am Ghat Pandit, at that time what happened, students? King immediately replied that if you be a pot, then I will be a hammer. Why? Because hammer can break a pot easily. Another way, what happens, students? When king say I am hammer, at that time young one who also gave reply that if you be hammer, then I will be a fire. Because if you will throw hammer into the fire, fire can burn the whole hammer into ash, means hammer turn into ash in the fire. So young one believe himself as fire. If young one say I am fire, then king also replied that if you believe himself as fire, then listen, I am rain. Rain means Vrishti, students, and you know students, in front of rain fire can't stay. So that's why here king say if you be fire, then I will be rain, because in front of rain fire can't stay. If king say I am rain, then young one replied that if you believe yourself as rain, then I will be a wind. Okay, means here young one is telling that with the power of this wind I can blow you here and there. Okay students, you know in front of wind, rain can't stand, because if rain fall, then because of wind, rain fall here and there. So till this conversation we learnt in last session, students. Now today we have to learn another conversation. Students, listen. Next, what happened? Okay, when young ones say, I am wind, because in front of wind, rain can't stand. Okay, so same way I will also blow you here and there. So in last session we learnt Vayu bhutva itah tatah vaishyami. Okay, Vayu bhutva itah tatah vaishyami. And now today on page number 10, see, open your book and see in your book and observe it. Now students, let listen meaning conversation properly. Okay, here I have written now in this video what we are going to learn. See, in short I am telling, when young ones say I am wind, then king. Okay, young ones say I am wind, then king say, if you believe yourself as wind, then I will be a snake, because in front of snake, and snake means bhujang snake, students. In ancient story, according to ancient story, students, bhujang snakes can swallow up wind easily. So that's why here king believed himself as snake. When king said, I am snake, then immediately young one replied that, if you believe yourself as snake, then I will be an eagle. You know, in front of eagle, snake can't stand. So that's why young one believe himself as eagle. Students, after that what happened? When young one believe himself as eagle, at that time king immediately spoke, you know, you believe yourself as eagle, no? Then I will be Lord Vishnu, because Lord Vishnu ride upon an eagle. Students, you are see in your book, these types of conversation is going on. Okay, means once young one is upside and then king, means both conversation is going on highway. Okay, means one is low and one is upside, means this way conversation is going. See here snake, at that time eagle, in front of eagle, snake can't stand. Okay, when young one say eagle, king say I am Vishnu, Lord Vishnu, because Lord Vishnu ride upon eagle, you know, students. Okay, it's a vehicle of Vishnu. So Lord Vishnu ride upon, means here king is telling that I am in front, I am upon you, means I am great than you. Next what happened? King say believe himself as Vishnu, then what happened? Young one also said, see, you believe yourself as Vishnu, then I am crown. Crown means mugut, students. Okay, upside, in ancient time king, one who used this crown. So young one say, if you believe yourself as Vishnu, then I will be a crown. Crown can stand, stay upon head. So I am on the top of you. So king think and said, oh, he believe himself as crown. Then listen, I am flower. A flower can stay upon crown. Students, in ancient time, you know, flower means one type of artificial flower or real flower, whatever is there was there. But here a king is telling that flower can stay upon crown. Okay, so king is telling that now I am on the top of you. When king say I am flower, then young one also use his cleverity, and he also said that, see, you believe himself as flower, then I will be bee. Okay, Brahmaraha, you know, students, Brahmar stay means sit upon flower. So here young one say, see, I am bee. So Brahmaraha bhutva aham tasya upri sthapyami. This way telling. So I am B and I am now top upon you. When young ones say you believe yourself as B, then king immediately spoke that, listen, you be no, then I am Lord Sun, means Suraj. Okay, see, when sun rise, okay, flower, what happened? Flower, flower bloom, and when sun rise, flower what happened? Closed. So here king is telling that if you sit upon me, so when sun gone away, what happened? Flower, okay, closed. So if we sit upon it, then flower trapped inside. So king is telling that I am Lord Sun, okay, I am on the top of you. See, king say I am sun, then young one say if you believe yourself as sun, then I am Rahu. Students, Rahu, it's one type of planet towards Rahu, and here also Rahu is a great one, okay, in all lives. So king one believe himself as sun, then young one say if you believe you himself as sun, then I am be a Rahu. So this Rahu word come at the time king say, oh, you believe yourself as Rahu now, but I am telling that Rahu is always happy with donation. So that's why I will give you donation, and after getting donation you will get the satisfaction. Students, after getting this word satisfaction between them, means between their conversation, at the time what happened? Their conversation stop, and their conversation stop, then everything stop, and king also became very much happy upon that young one. Okay, students, now have to see translate what is there. Whatever I told, that you will see in your book. I am reading. भोज उवाच यदि भवान् वात्वेन वर्तिष्यसे तहिर् यदि भवान् वात्वेन वर्तिष्यसे तहिर् अहम वायुभक्षक भुजंग भविष्यामि. Means if you believe, यदि भवान्, if you, okay, वात्वेन वर्तिष्यसे means if you behave like a wind, तहिर् अहम वायुभक्षक भुजंग भविष्यामि, then I will be a snake as भुजंग. भुजंग शनः सततम वायु रूपम भवंतम बक्षयिष्यामि. Here Shyami, what you can see, student, it's a future tense, so that's why we'll have to use that. Bhujang, snake, okay. Shanah satatam means continuously. Vayu rupam bhavantah means you are in the wind. Bhakshayami, that means I also destroy to you, I also swallow to you. Means Bhujang snake always and every time try to swallow up to the wind. So as in the form of snake, I will also swallow to you. Now young ones say, भवान यदि सर्पः भविष्यति तहिर् अहम सर्पभक्षको गरुड़ भवामि. Okay, means भवान यदि सर्पः भविष्यति means if you believe yourself as snake, then aham garuda bhavami. Garuda means, students, an eagle. Okay, you know, students, Garud and snake, they both are like the enemy. So that's why here young one is telling that if you believe yourself as snake, then I will be an eagle. So Bhoj said that Vakkaleni Vardhayana. Vakkal means speech, and Vardhan means increasing. Means he is increasing his speech, he is increasing more further speaking. And bracket completed, Tvam yadi Garuda ase, means if you believe yourself as Garud means eagle, Tahir aham Chakradharak Vishnu, then I will be Lord Vishnu. Okay, you know, students, that way Chakra will. So Tahir aham Chakradharak Vishnu. So that's why I will be a Lord Vishnu. Vishnu Garud Arudha Bhavati, means Vishnu always ride upon an eagle. This is the concept of this. Next, what happened? If you believe himself as eagle, then you, young one, say, young one, listen. Manasasi, Vishnu name come, no? King used Vishnu, so that's why in bracket you can see in your book, Yadi, okay, Manasha Vishnu Pranamya. Manasha means mind, Vishnu Pranamya, that means bow down to Lord Vishnu. Panditya Pradarshayate means showing his scholarship, and Agre Vadati, and furtherly he is speaking. Means students, one a person having a great knowledge, but he never proud about that in front of Lord. So here also Lord Vishnu's name come at the time, only name comes, students, see, only name using of Lord Vishnu. At that time also one scholar is giving respect to the Lord Vishnu. In real if come in front of him, then it's okay, but only by name he is giving respect to Lord Vishnu. So in bracket you can see that Manasha Vishnu Pranamya, that means he bow down to Lord Vishnu by mind, bracket completed. Yadi Bhavan, and Agre Vadati, that means students, Agre Vadati means furtherly he is speaking, that bracket completed. Yadi Bhavan Chakradhar Vishnu, means if you believe yourself as Vishnu, tahir aham bhavantah mastakasya upri shobmanam mukutah bhavami. Okay, see, crown, mukut means crown. So here young one is telling that if you believe yourself as Lord Vishnu, then I will be a crown which stay upon head. Next verse we see mukut sada mastakasya upri evam santishta, means a crown always stay upon head. So that's why now I am top of you. Okay, see students, one here downside and one top. After that downside come top, and this way conversation is going on. Next both say that in bracket yuvakasya pandityam anubhaya. Yuvakasya panditya, that means Yuvak means young one and Pandita means scholarship. Anubhaya means feeling, means he is feeling the scholarship of young one, means clarity. Tahir Mukurashya upri shobmanam puspam aham. See, here king telling that flower. Okay, listen, you believe yourself as crown, then I will be flower which stay upon crown. Okay, evam aham adhuna tava uprim sthapyami. So that's why now I am on the top of you. And sthapyami, that means students, on the top of you. Yuvak said, Bhavan yadi pushpam bhavishyami. See, young one is telling that king is speaking, I am flower. At that time young one say, if you believe yourself as flower, then I will be brahmaro bhutva tava pushpasya upari sthapyami. Okay, that means he is telling that if you believe yourself as flower, then I will be bee. So bee always stay upon flower, students. Okay, Bhoj said, evam bhavan dvire tahiraham surya. Means he is telling that if you believe yourself as bee, then I will be, okay, Surya, great Lord Surya. Pushpasya antah stitah brahmarah suryasta kale bandhi bhavati. Students, okay, at the time of sunset, pushpasya antah stitah brahmarah, means a bee which okay, sit upon the flower, it will trapped inside it at the time of sunset. Means when a sun is going down at the sunset, at that time flower bloom, and it is not blooming, it is getting the closeness. Okay, so pushpasya antah stita brahmarah suryasta kale bandhi bhavati, means a bee which stay upon flower at that time when a sun getting is going to not rising, but it is going to set. At that time what happened? You will trap yourself inside. Aham apitvam bandhim karishyami. So that's why I will also trap to you. Another young one, when king said that I am sun and I will set down, at that time you will trap yourself inside the flower. At the yuvakaha, means young one say, oh bhavan surya tahir aham mahaprabhavi rahu. See here, okay, means you believe yourself as Lord Sun. At that time I will be the great Rahu. And Rahusta Suryasta Grastade, means a Rahu can swallow up to the sun. It's an ancient story behind it, students. Now this time we have no any time, so that's why students, you want to know about Rahu and sun story, so you can refer internet, Google, you have to search there, okay, story of sun and Rahu. So after that you will get it. So here young one is telling that if you believe yourself as sun, then I will be the great Rahu. Okay, Bhoja in bracket say kinchit ucche. Kinchit means something and ucche means loudly. Kinchit, something loudly. Bhavan Rahu shvetah aham Rahu rupaya tubhyam danam dashyami. Okay, see, Bhavan Rahu Shweta means if you believe yourself as Rahu, then I will give what? Danam. Okay, Rahu Rupyam Tubhyam Danam Dashyami means I will give donation to you, because you know students, at present time also in all lives, if you will donate something to poor one, then your Rahu, okay, will be happy and you will also happy. It's an ancient story behind, so that's why this you have to keep in your mind. Here also young one is believe himself as Rahu because it is top on the sun. Okay, so here the king is telling that if you believe yourself as Rahu, then let I will give donation. So that's why dana grahanena tava garvam, what happened? Nishya santam bhavati. Students, remember, after getting donation, your proud will be not increase, it will be decrease. Okay, next, Yuvaka Vacha, in brackets see, Vihasya Chaturya means this way he is looking like a clever one, scholarship. Okay, Vihasya means, okay, he is standing as great scholar one, this way, like a Swami Vivekananda, bracket completed. Yadi Bhavan Dani Tahiraham Santusht. Okay, see, here young one is telling that, after that, young one is telling that, oh great king, you believe yourself as great donor, then I am happy, because the king's place is only as donor. Okay, not like a snake, not like a, okay, snake, not like a Vishnu, not like a flower. You will be only donor for the courtiers, people. So here scholar became happy. Okay, Yadi Bhavan Dani Tahiram Santusht means if you believe yourself as donor, then I am satisfied. Bhavatah Danasya Prayasasya Nispala Bhavishyati. But see, clever, that means clever. So he is telling that Bhavatah Danasya Prayas means your try to give donation, Nispala Bhavishyati means will be defeated, means will be not be succeed. Sarvatah alabdha aham bhavatah danam na grahishyami means according to all greedy one, I will not accept your donation. Here this young one is telling that. Now next what happens? See, evam uttaram vivadatarayo bhojivako madhye yada santoshasya vishah upayastitah tada samagate sarvam shantam bhavitati iti vachananusar vivado api sarvameva shantam bhavati. Means very big line is there. Evam uttaro vivadataro means this conversation between them, bhoj yuvako means between bhoj and young one. Yada santosta visaya means when this santos means satisfaction produce, upastit means produce, tada it is said in Sanskrit that samagate santose sarva santa bhavati. Samagate santos means when any person reach near to this satisfaction, sarva santa bhavati means everything will be turned into peace. Iti vachananusar means according to this statement, vivado api swayameva sant means this conversation also getting on the way of decrease. Okay, then what happened next? Ante chatur gnanena gunena cha upetam cha panditam yuvakam pranamati dharapati bhojaraj avadat. Till this here see. Ante, at last, chatur gnanen gunen. Chatur means clever, gnane means knowledgeable, and gunen means virtuable. Upetam means scholar one. Tom pandit yuvak means you scholar of scholar, oh young one. Pranamyam means I bow down to you. Dharapati bhojaraj avadat means the great king, the Bhoja said to that young one. Means still this line see, the great king Bhoja said that, oh clever one, oh knowledgeable one, oh virtuable one, and oh scholar of all scholar, let I bow down to you. And he is telling that at last see, Abadat, ai Ghatapandit, see here, okay, king is using the word, here we learned in first part, okay, here using king that, oh great Ghatapandit, okay, Guna Puja ke dhara dese bhavata swagatam asti. Guna Puja ke means one who can worship only virtues. Dhara des, remember, Dhara des means in the country Dhara des. Bhavata swagatam asti means I welcome to you. Means I welcome to you in the country Dhara des, one who can only worship to virtues, means worship to knowledge. Bhavan Vijaya Jata. Here king is telling that, okay, Bhavan Vijaya Jata means you got victory. संतुष्ट जनम न कोऽपि पराजितुं महर्ति. See, this line most important for our life. Okay, संतुष्टम जनः न कोऽपि पराजितुं महर्ति means a satisfied person having that no one can defeat to him or her. यतो हि संतुष्टः एव पुरुषस्य परम निधानं वर्तते. यतो हि, so it is telling that in the world पुरुषस्य परम निधानं वर्तते means परम निधानम कहा संतोष. ओके, संतोष. इफ सेटिस्फैक्शन इज प्रेजेंट इन योर लाइफ देन यू विल गेट एवरीथिंग, ऑल टाइप्स ऑफ हैप्पीनेस इन योर लाइफ. सो satisfaction must have to keep in our mind. Whatever we have to get, we have to say it's okay, all is well this way. Okay, so students, this is the concept what we learned today. Okay, now in short we have to discuss this question answer. Who became wind? Okay, who became wind, students? Let's see. So here already we discussed in last part one, young one or king. Who became wind? Young one or king? Means answer will come young one. Young one believed himself as wind. Here we have seen young one, wind. When king said, okay, king said I am rain, at that time young one say I am wind. Next, who became snake? Okay, who became snake? Who believed himself as snake? King or young one? So students, the answer will come as king said I am snake. Okay, next, who bowed down to Lord Vishnu? Okay, who bowed down to Lord Vishnu, students? Young one bowed down to Lord Vishnu in his mind. Okay, students, means giving respect. Next, how the conversation stopped? When a satisfaction word produced between both, at that time the conversation stop. Okay, this is the concept of this chapter, students. So chapter number 3 let you revise at your home, and exercise also you have to do, and you have to write exercise and some important words in glossary given, so that also you will refer according to whatever we learnt in part number 1 and part number 2. So let students take care and thank you.